A lot of people wish to start investing and learn money management, but are not very clear about the very fundamental concepts. And one of the very fundamental concepts to learn in the investment journey is the Demat account. So what is a Demat account? A Demat account is a dematerialization account. See, earlier the shares issued by the companies, they were issued in the physical paper form, paper certificates, which needed to be kept safely by the investors. Companies used to send these paper certificates to investors. And as and when the investors needed to sell these certificates to encash them, they had to give them to physically to stockbrokers who would go to the stock exchange and trade those certificates on their behalf and get the equivalent cash for making the transaction. Now, since it was a physical paper-based process, it was quite tedious and quite lengthy. It used to take quite some time, and just like any other physical process, it had a lot of overheads, time-based overhead as well as process-based, expense-based overheads as well. Maintaining physical paper certificates was also a challenge. With time, paper used to get wear out, and with wear and tear, or it could get burnt out. So it could get damaged in various ways. Now, in 1996, National Stock Exchange (NSE) started providing the electronic way of storing these share certificates. And to store these electronic certificates, the account which was created was Demat account. So Demat account is basically going to hold the dematerialized electronic form of these certificates. And now for the last so many years, all those physical certificates are now totally gone. All the stock market transactions happen in electronic form only. So that's why Demat account has become so important. So just to recap, Demat account is basically a repository where the securities, primarily the stocks or shares, are stored in electronic form. It's a kind of locker where it is stored in electronic form. Now, who manages these lockers or Demat accounts? There are two primary organizations in India which manage these Demat accounts, and they are NSDL and CDSL. NSDL is National Securities Depository Limited, and CDSL is Central Depository Securities Limited. They are the two organizations authorized by SEBI and Government of India to create the Demat accounts. And there are DPs, Depository Participants, who can do these, like operate these Demat accounts based on the authority issued by the actual investors. So investors themselves don't operate these Demat accounts. They need to have a stockbroker who is designated as a depository participant, DP. DP is basically registered with one of these organizations, CDSL and NSDL, or maybe both, and they operate the Demat account on behalf of investor based on the power of attorney, which authorizes DP to operate these Demat accounts. So it's important to understand why power of attorney is required, who is DP, and what is the Demat account. So once these concepts are understood, we can understand the flow. The securities, the stocks or the shares, they are going to be stored in electronic form in Demat account. DPs, depository participants, are going to operate this Demat account on behalf of the investor based on the authority which is issued to them by the investor through power of attorney. So understanding these concepts is very important. And another thing which needs to be understood is trading account. Now, trading account and Demat account are closely linked, but they are separate concepts, and it's important to understand that also. What is a trading account? In order to trade on stock exchange, a trading account is required. So the securities which are kept in Demat account, now these securities are not just stock market shares, they could be government issued bonds, or they can be ETFs, that is the exchange traded funds or mutual funds units. All these can be kept in electronic form in Demat account. If these need to be sold on stock market exchange, which is NSE, National Stock Exchange, or BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, to trade on, buy or sell on these exchanges, a trading account is required. Can we have Demat account without a trading account? Yes, we can have a Demat account without a trading account. Demat account is meant just as a repository or a locker to keep the securities. For example, if you are getting shares issued during an IPO, you don't need a trading account for that, but you do need a Demat account to store the shares which are issued by the company. So in that case, trading account is not required, but Demat account is required. Can we have Demat account without can we have a trading account without a Demat account? Yes, that scenario is also possible. In case you want to trade in futures and options without getting the delivery of the shares or without providing the delivery of shares, just if you want to trade in futures and options, in that case, Demat account is not required, just the trading account will do. However, if on maturity of these futures and options, if some delivery or delivery of shares is required, if the cash-based settlement is not there, it is in that case the Demat account will be required to provide delivery of those shares, to take delivery of those shares, or to provide delivery of those shares. Now, I know futures and options gets a bit advanced concept, but I just wanted to make clear that trading account and Demat account, they are two separate entities, and both can be had without each other also. However, in a typical scenario, most of the DPs, depository participants, which are typically stockbrokers, they provide both trading account and Demat account. So both go hand in hand typically. And in bank related stockbrokers, they make it a 3-in-1, wherein they also attach a savings account with this trading account and Demat account. So that way it's called 3-in-1 combo. Whereas just the stockbrokers which are not bank-based stockbrokers, something like Zerodha or Upstox, they will create a Demat account and trading account only, because they are not banks. They can create a savings account. So I hope I was able to clarify the concept of Demat account and trading account. If you still have any queries, please post them in the comments. I will be more than happy to provide more information around that. And if you feel I didn't clarify some points sufficiently, please do mention in the comments, and I would like to participate in the discussion. Join my Facebook group. In my Facebook group, I am looking to provide more trainings, more exclusive content. So I have created a MegaMoney Mastery Facebook group. Join that Facebook group, and over there we can have more such discussions. And join my MegaMoney community, wherein I provide exclusive coaching and also provide one-to-one coaching to help you learn money management. That's all for now. I'll post more such content later. Thank you. Bye.